Hey everybody, welcome back to this week's video. We're doing something different. We're out walking around in the corn.
Doing a little veggie update.
Veggie update. We're walking through stuff, just looking around.
Because what else do farmers do on Friday nights?
Except walk and look at their cornfields. Out walking through the cornfield. This is about, I'd say 2 weeks away from being ready. This is the corn that we planted under plastic. This is the first planting. We're in the later varieties of it right now. If we walk over this way more, we'll be in the earlier varieties. Just looking at the ears, it looks pretty nice, the ears. 22,700 plants planted per acre. See how the silk looks dry? So that would be a sign that it's ready. So like this one's a darker. So we'll try picking this one and see if the corn's ready. It's not quite ready. It doesn't have color yet. And all the way at the end here is now no color. Getting there, it's just not ready yet.
Does the color of it affect the taste?
No. It'll still taste like sweet corn, it just won't look nice.
That's really good.
To me right now, that looks like it is ready. Yep. Same thing, it just doesn't have color. It's not the greatest. That was an animal.
Oh, it's leaking on me.
That's a deer. A deer ate that. Deer bite them all off.
Didn't even eat the corn.
No. Deer just bite the silk off. Because that's the sweetest part. Raccoons and skunks will come through and just shred the whole ear and try to eat the sweet part. They're as beautiful as you.
I think they're more beautiful.
I'm outstanding.
In your field. Heard that joke like a million times. Plum tomatoes. That you can tell that they grew in the sun and the dirt, but not in a bad way. So why are these ones like baby cantaloupe?
So if you're harvesting watermelons, this is the watermelon. This one isn't even close to ready yet. It'd have a yellow bottom, but that's just where it sits on the ground. So this piece right here will have to shrivel up all the way. This leaf will have to shrivel up all the way. This little one will. And this back here has to shrivel up all the way. And then your watermelon will be ready. That's a lot to think of when you're picking watermelons. Like the big, huge places, what they do is they go out and they just start cracking a few open. If they taste good, then they know the whole field's ready to pick. But in the home, it's really hard to know. I'm eating peas.
How are the peas?
Not the greatest.
Oh, you got out of picking peas this year.
Yeah, the weather killed them. It was too hot. It was like 90-some degrees here. And it basically cooked all the peas in the pods. And it was so hot that the pollination wasn't right. And there was only about 1 to 2 peas in each pod. And they did not taste good at all. They were not sweet. They were dry and everything. So that's what happened to the peas.
You know, we're only 2 peas in a pod.
Yes. I've heard that joke many times.
It's a farming. There's not many new jokes you can come up with.
So one thing about zucchini that a lot of people do, I say don't do in your garden. A lot of people, when they pick so much zucchini, they get so much zucchini off of it, they're just like, oh, I'm done with zucchini. They pull the plants out. Don't pull the plants out. Just pick off the zucchini and just compost it. Because when you pull the plants out, you're not going to get any more zucchini. Zucchini will keep growing, producing all year round, as long as the weather permits and it doesn't get disease. So if you have like zucchini, like if you notice in our videos, there's just zucchini on the ground. This is all the not nice zucchini, the overabundance of zucchini. All the stuff that doesn't look nice that we're not going to sell, we put back on the ground because that'll compost back in and all the nutrients are there for our zucchini. So don't ever pull your zucchini plants out. You could just leave them there and you could just let the zucchini on them grow if you want and just pick it off every once in a while and throw it away. I know a lot of people who just don't want to see the zucchini left behind. They're like, oh no, but you could give it away to your neighbors. But a lot of times, at the beginning of the year, everybody plants zucchini and everybody just has too much. Later on in the year, you can plant it and you'll have much zucchini later on in the year, and nobody really has zucchini at that time. So we plant 3 plantings of zucchini in a year. So you can do 2 different separate plantings if you'd like.
Onward. This is my stump. When I was probably like 14, I hit this stump with a quad, okay, with the front tire, and then ricocheted to right here. I don't know if you can tell, but that's a very steep hill into the creek. At the time, there were some like little trees here that thankfully stopped me from going all the way into the water.
You're fine. Mountain laurels are blooming. We're in the creek. Yeah, you would suggest this is deer damage? No, this is cow damage.